From a brand new item in the game to the rework on Hilda, the new patch is here and it's brought a lot of changes. Hi guys, Kazuki here, and in this video we are breaking down all the latest hero buffs, nerfs and battlefield updates that just dropped in patch note 2.1.28. Let's start things off with Hilda, who has been struggling in the late game for quite a while now. Her damage falls off, her minions clear is slow, and she's too reliant on bushes to stay relevant. This time around, the developers decided to give her a proper rework. Her enhanced basic attack is no longer tied to skill 1. It now activates whenever she enters a bush. That means better control, faster clears, and more pressure in the EXP lane. When Hilda steps into a bush, her next basic attack becomes enhanced, dealing 140 plus 70% total physical attack plus 9 per hero level physical damage and slowing the target by 40% for 3 seconds. Enemies behind the target also take 70 plus 50% total physical attack plus 7 hero level physical damage. Once used, this effect goes on 6-second cooldown. Her pursuit speed on the enhanced attack went up from 10 to 13, and each take now reduces enemy physical and magic defense by 3% instead of 4%. As for her skill 1, it now gives her a 60% movement speed boost and a shield equal to 10 to 20% of her maximum HP for 3 seconds. Skill 2's third hit got smoother, its force swing is now 33% shorter, and her ultimate has better pursuit range and higher accuracy. All in all, Hilda's looking much more lane ready this patch. Now moving over to Xavier, the mid lane mage with beams that can erase half your HP bar. The developers felt that Xavier's kit relied too much on landing back-to-back hits to reach Transcendence, so they have made it easier and faster. His passive now grants 50% movement speed for 1.2 seconds whenever he hits an enemy hero. And every enemy hit gives 1 energy charge. Once he takes up 3 charges, his next skill will instantly enter the Transcendence state. Skill 1's width got a major upgrade from 0.6 to 0.9 and its mana cost has dropped to 30 to 55 from 50 to 75. Skill 2's now immobilizes for a slightly shorter duration, 0.8 seconds instead of 1.2. But its width has increased from 3.5 to 4.3 in the normal state. And the best part, his ultimate is now wider too. The beam width is 3.0 across both normal and Transcendence state, up from 2.2 and 3.8. Basically, Xavier's zoning power just got away better and his combo flow feels more consistent. Next, let's take a look at Minotaurs, who is getting some serious love this patch. The developers wanted his tankiness to actually match his supportive playstyle. His new passive motivation restores 5% of the damage taken from the enemy hero, plus 1% per hero level as HP for 3 seconds after casting a skill. When enraged, the effect doubles, so he can now soak up damage much more effectively. Skill 2 has been revamped too. It now heals Minotaur himself and the lowest HP ally nearby, instead of healing everyone. The recovery from lowest HP increased from 5% to 8%. When enraged though, he goes back to healing all allies around him, so his big healing movement are still intact. And to make his ultimate hit cleaner, the first 2 swings now slow enemies by 60% instead of 40%. But the airborne duration on the final hit dropped slightly from 1 second to 0.8 seconds. Overall, the Minotaurs is tankier, tougher and more rewarding to play in fights. Now let's talk about Atlas, because this one's a very practical buff. One of the biggest issues with Atlas has always been his unclear skill ranges. You would throw your combo, miss the edge, and suddenly the enemy walks away like nothing happened. This patch fixes that. The range for his passive, skill 2 stun and ultimate slow are now completely identical. That means you can use his passive circle as a perfect range guide for all his abilities. The frigid breath range itself went up from 2 to 3 and physical and magic defense boost now scales with HP 20 plus 0.5% of extra HP instead of a flat number. His skill 2's stun range is now 3 but the stun duration dropped slightly to 0.8 seconds. And the ultimate's first stage slow range dropped from 3.5 to 3 for balance. This change isn't flashy, but it makes Atlas far smoother to play and much more consistent in real fights. Moving on to Benedetta, who is getting some long-awaited quality of life fixes. The detection time for entering her sword out stage when holding basic attack has been reduced by 40%, making her transition into sword out / much faster. She now gains 34 sword intent per hit instead of 30, meaning she can fully charge the gauge with just 3 hits. And the best part, if she gets stunned or controlled while charging, the slash will no longer auto-trigger afterward. Instead, the charge stops safely and she can re-enter it after the control ends. Basically, her controls are cleaner, faster and much more responsive. Now let's shift over to Balmond, who's got a pretty buff but deadly buff. His skill 1 now reduces enemy physical defense by 40% instead of 15 to 30%. And the movement speed reduction also went up to 40% from 30%. A small change, but it makes him hit like a truck in early skirmishes. As for Alucard, you probably saw this coming, he's getting toned down again. His passive enhanced basic attack now scales with 125% total physical attack instead of 140%. And his skill 1 physical attack bonus got dropped from 110% to 85%. So while he is still strong early on, the late game dominance won't hit as hard anymore. Speaking of nerfs, let's talk about Yi Sun-sin. His dash immunity has been shortened. The control immunity from skill 1 now lasts only 0.4 seconds, matching the dash duration instead of 1 full second. And his ultimate map vision, that's been cut down from 5 seconds to just 2. A clear sign that developers want to reduce his global pressure, especially in pro matches. Now sliding into our lord, this one's more of a minor balance tweak. His skill 2 base damage dropped from 135 to 335 to 135 to 285. Still deadly with good timing, but not the unstoppable bruiser he was before. Next, let's check out Freya, who has received a small durability boost after her rework. Her base HP is now 2600 instead of 2500 and her HP growth increased from 200 to 230. A light buff, but every bit counts for a melee fighter like her. Moving on to Glue. This one's aimed at fixing his late game sustain. His skill 1 HP regen has been boosted from 2.5% to 5% to 2.5% to 6%. So now sticking to enemies and surviving poke damage feels way easier. And finally CC, everyone's favorite spinning menace. Her passive stakes used to last way too long, giving her near permanent spell ramp and movement speed. That's changing. She now loses 1 stack every 0.3 seconds instead of 1 second when not dealing damage. So now she has to keep fighting to stay fast and lifesteal heavy. Alright, that wraps up the hero updates. Let's head over to the battlefield. Twilight armor has officially been replaced by Smiting Pauldron. Its stats are beefed up, HP increased from 800 to 900 and physical defense from 35 to 40. The unique passive Chastise is also stronger. It now reduces the attacker's attack speed and their speed cap to 75% for 2 seconds instead of 1. Basically, the armor is now even better pick against high speed marksmen. We have also got visual updates for Balmond's model. The improved effects for Lord of Heptaseas, Stallium Scythe, Athena's Shield and Cursed Helmet. Plus a small but satisfying fix, 1-1's dash bug has finally been squashed. So which hero do you think will dominate after this patch? Hilda, Xavier or someone else? Do you think the new item is worth it? If you wanna know all about skins, check out this video. Comment down below and share your thoughts. So that will be all for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Keep supporting Kazuki Official.